Welcome to this edition of the AllSpeeches Broadcast, where I talk about my life, how I view the world, how you're viewing the world, all through the answers that I receive every week in my postbag from writing wedding speeches for people all over the world. And this week I'll be addressing the prickly subject. It is a prickly subject because it affects all of us. Is binge drinking big and clever? Now, if anyone doesn't know what binge drinking is, and I'm mainly talking about people from outside of the UK because it's our British national pastime, it's where you save up all your drinking for the weekend and everything that you would have gently drunk on Monday through to Thursday, you simply nail all in one go, preferably through a funnel and hose pipe, on a Friday and Saturday night, and then reap the consequences. And so do A&E and the police also help you reap the consequences. Now, drinking is a big part of British culture, it's a big part of other cultures, but for some reason, being British, we can't really seem to get a grip on it and behave ourselves, and that is very manifest when it comes to dating and obviously weddings. Now, I get lots of drinking stories through because people in Britain are only very normally comfortable meeting somebody of the opposite sex if they're absolutely plastered and can't really remember their own name or how to walk. Then they have the inner self-confidence to stand beside a member of the opposite sex, generally a bloke standing beside a girl, and then ask her if she wants to disco dance before falling over and then urinating themselves. But this will put you off. If you're out there thinking, oh, I'm 45, which I am, and I'd love to go out and do all those drinking days again and just wake up in my clothes with my tongue stuck to the roof of my mouth and just have a jolly old time every now and again. This will put you off. This will remind you exactly what it's like. These are some of the answers that I got through, and I've just bullet pointed them all from various people all over Britain and the Republic of Ireland. Here we go. Got drunk, passed out, and had to be helped by ambulance. Not really an ambulance he needed, was it? He needed a ditch. Skiing trip, got so drunk he woke up in someone else's chalet. Happens to the best of us. We've been there. Regularly, when gets drunk, he does not remember a thing that happens and is prone to vomiting. I like the way he described that as it's some sort of unusual and unheard of side effect of getting plastered. But the great thing is, if you are going to behave like that, maybe remembering nothing is the way forward. It goes on to be a bit more specific for this other guy. He vomited all over his girlfriend's dad's garden the first night he met him. His girlfriend's dad's garden is his pride and joy. I'm feeling your pain. He took his girlfriend home to meet the family and stayed with an aunt. He got so drunk he vomited in the bed, which left his girlfriend in a sticky situation. Now, I laugh every time I read that because I can't work out why his girlfriend should be in a sticky situation unless the guy isn't being ironic and just it's actually describing the physical mess that she's woke up and found herself in. I do find that absolutely hilarious. Why is she in a sticky situation? There are some unbelievable stories like this guy here. His friend unfortunately went out, came back, urinated in his niece's pram on the eve of her first birthday. Another time he fell asleep, unfortunately vomited and urinated all over his friend's mattress. The next day he turned back up at their house with a new mattress to give her because he just bought the new one because he urinated all over his exactly a week before. Unbelievable. That guy has obviously got some ongoing issues and he really needs to come off the gas. This other person, the couple had been dating for a while and she wanted to introduce him to her friend, so they all went out. They slept at her friend's house and her friend had a boyfriend round. In the middle of the night, this guy got up, urinated all over their landing and then tried to get into bed with the other couple. Full stop, on the first night they met. I do love the fact that he put that at the end, as if it had been the fourth or fifth time they met, it wouldn't really have been a problem. This guy is describing, he's the best man describing the groom, has accidentally urinated on his mate's girlfriend and a tramp in an alleyway. What was his mate's girlfriend doing in an alleyway with a tramp? Anyway, that's asking more questions than it's answering. which actually is funny enough. I have that problem with TV. TV at the moment, I don't know where you're living around the world, but TV is answering all kinds of questions that nobody is asking. Phil Spencer telling us how much it costs to make a mansion these days that was built 300 years ago. Who cares? Anyway, back on point. This one is my absolute favourite. This is a guy who likes to drink, he likes his sport. Everyone I know likes a bit of a drink, likes a bit of sport. Combine the two, absolute heaven of a weekend or even the occasional weekday. But this guy has taken it to an unheard of level. He was watching rugby with his father the day before and they were drinking brandy. His girlfriend went to bed early, but woke up to find her head gripped in her boyfriend's hands under the duvet, swaying in a running motion at his chest. He thought his girlfriend's head was a rugby ball. He only went and scored a try in his sleep with her head to the sounds of his roar. He did profusely apologised to his girlfriend the next day. I love that. And was embarrassed by his actions. I think that is one of the most fantastic things I've ever heard. People do hideous things when they've been drinking too much. That is actually quite a funny one. And although it might have seemed a bit harrowing at the time to wake up to find your head being swayed about, somebody thinking it was a rugby ball, at least they scored a try with it and they seemed pretty happy with that try as well. So the question was this week, is drinking big and clever? Well, of course it's not big and clever, but as yet, nobody in Britain has found another way for people to meet members of the opposite sex and convince them to go out with them, form a relationship, and then eventually to propose and get married. So until someone else comes up with some better formula, like the Europeans and coffee shops or Americans and going to milkshake bars, then we'll just have to keep on getting plastered and meeting girls and forcing them to go out with us. Anyway, that's it for now for the AllSpeeches broadcast. There'll be some more ramblings from a middle-aged bloke in Middle England next time. See you soon. Bye-bye.